first grade teacher, parent of 2 in the district, middle school and high school, and as I always feel compelled to say, also a taxpayer of many years here, and voter. So I always come at the end now. The last 3 meetings I come at the end because I don't have any words left on this topic. I stopped spending my extra time writing things to say because it's just deflating and disheartening at this point. As Jen Pizzarello said, no one can really hear me. So what's the point? I've been talking to colleagues and friends, and they say, well, should I get up to speak? And I say, I'm not sure there's a real point. What is the point right now? So since last February, we've been talking, listening about consolidations, about the consolidation. I say consolidations because there's been numerous plans. None of them have been sounding right because they're not right. The superintendent's community update announces it in every single update that he gives, and the board has it on every single agenda. It obviously is exhausting to all of us, including yourselves, and I really hope that this gets tabled once and for all. Of course, it might be something that happens down the road, but it's time to think about all of these effects that have been shared. First of all, saving money to close Duzine. We've talked numerous times about how much money will be spent to renovate the building, to get the new district office, et cetera, et cetera. We now are talking about how UPK could virtually implode upon itself if they have nowhere to go, or if they're just isolated in a building. We've even talked about sticking them at the high school. That was an interesting one for a couple of months. So I just think let's really think this through. And we've been doing it since February. I'm gonna leave with a quote of one of my first graders. Because speaking of social media, getting information from social media, I sometimes get my information from first graders. And a couple of kids told me, did you know they're going to knock down Duzine? So I moved on and I said, they're not knocking it down. They're not knocking it down. And that's really all I could say. I have no other answers. And they will be old enough to be out of Duzine, so they're not the ones that will matter at that point, but their younger siblings in pre-K and K will, and their families, and the families that come after them. So this is what I'm dealing with on my end with the 6 and 7-year-olds. I have to talk to them about knocking down Duzine while they are dancing to What Does the Fox Say in the gymnasium and using their paws about respect and caring for one another. Let's think this through once and for all.